can't take it anymore. Every night it's the same thing. The Yankees dominating Major League Baseball like no other. You already know what's going to happen. They're going to win the World Series. They're so good. Judge is playing the best ever. Stanton's hitting home runs. Soto's a machine. The defense off the charts. They are so good, dominating whoever they play, and yet the Mets are pathetic. And I don't care that they won 10-4 last night. I mean, the New York Mets are taking bows because they get 14 hits in a game against the Marlins. That's what we got to be excited about. Here's the bottom line. I don't know what you want to do as a Mets fan. I am not lowering my expectations. I never will. And it was supposed to change when Steve Cohen took over. The Mets are supposed to be doing things like the Yankees are doing. You watch these two teams, the difference could not be more significant. One is legit. One is great. One is on their way to winning a World Series. The other is 8 games under 500. And I'm supposed to get excited about Edwin Diaz coming back tonight? Or excited about Francisco Alvarez? Or excited about Daniel Nunez? Think about it. Think about what we've become as Mets fans, how pathetic it is. I'm not lowering the bar. I'm not doing it. I will refuse to do it. 8 games under 500 and people talking playoffs, or we need to see what's going on with this team. Maybe they could go on a little run here against the bad. No. And I don't care if they win tonight, win 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. They aren't good. And even if you think they're good, look at them in comparison to the New York Yankees. That's a baseball team. That's how you should be operating. I thought that is what we were going to get once Steve Cohen took over. So here we are, year 4, and the Mets have regressed. And you think I'm supposed to buy into this? Harrison Bader? I mean, come on. Reed Garrett? Think about these guys. Jeff McNeil hitting 9th. Guy won a batting championship a couple years ago. He wins a batting title. He's hitting 9th. Alonso can't get out of his own way. Oh, Francisco Lindor, finally. Nice to see you, Lindor. Mr. June. Season's over. Mets are 11 games under 500, April and May. Here comes Francisco Lindor. Big home run last night. Frankie, way to go. I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. And I don't understand why others can. Like, I get the idea of being a fan and having hope as a sports fan and wanting to have your team be good. The reality is the Mets did not build this team to be good this year. And if you're choosing to get sucked in, that's on you. They're 8 games under 500. Like, we shouldn't even be talking about them. But the reason why I can't take it is because it's not just the Mets being bad. It's the Yankees being otherworldly. When will it end? When will it end? It was supposed to be over now. They were supposed to be on equal footing after the ownership of Steve Cohen, or at least trying to get to that level. Like, obviously, you can't be on equal footing with the Yankees, who have established themselves, forget about their history, even just go recent history, the last, 30 years, being a team that is always in the postseason, a team that is always 500. Like, at worst, the Yankees finish, 88 wins? And yet, here we are as Met fans looking for crumbs like, hey, if we win 2 out of 3 against Florida or Miami, and then maybe, we beat up on the Cubs or the other bad teams coming in, maybe we could get to, 4 games under 500? I think about that. At best, how are you going to get to 84 wins? Mathematically, it's impossible with this team. In a bad year, the Yankees win 84 games. Yankees win 84 games, like, God, Cashman and Boone should be fired. What are they doing? And yet the Mets, it's like, maybe they could piece it together for a nice 84-win season. Get in the playoffs and anything can happen. Enough. I've had it. It's enough. And the reason why I'm getting out in front of it today is because it's only going to get worse. You know it. You know the reality. Like, okay, yeah, the Yankees, sure, they have to prove themselves in the postseason. What do you think's going to happen? Like, what do you think's going to – even if Giancarlo Stanton falls off a little bit or somebody gets hurt, Dominguez is coming back. You don't think Brian Cashman is going to go add bullpen arms, multiple arms? You don't think he's going to add a bat, whether it's to replace Rizzo or Gleyber Torres or LeMahieu, whatever it may be? The Yankees are going to do, as they always do, whatever it takes to win. Hey, Juan Soto was available to trade for. One team in this town went and got him. That's the Yankees. The Mets sat back on their hands saying, oh, no, we need to keep these guys. Yeah, they need to keep Clifford and Gilbert and Jet Williams and Acuna. Can't give those guys up. That's the future. Can't give up the prospects. All about the farm system. They're still paying for years of mistakes. And it's a long ways away from getting out of it. But the Yankees had an opportunity to change. Yankees, after missing the postseason, which I still can't even believe happened. Like, think about how many times the Yankees have missed the postseason in your lifetime. Yankees actually missed the playoffs for a year. They go out there and they add immediately. They get the biggest guy that they could get, Juan Soto. And he's been everything that they thought and then some. The perfect Yankee. The perfect complement to this lineup. And the Mets were worried about the prospects instead of getting Soto. And now the idea of Yankees bringing Soto in, not only performing well this particular year, but also getting him used to being in pinstripes, all those different things, which could negate the only thing that the Mets have going for them, Steve Cohen's pockets. He can't even flex his financial muscle, possibly, because Juan Soto has become so accustomed to playing with the Yankees, the almighty great New York Yankees. The Yankees are going to win the World Series. You know it. I know it. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, all right, they have to prove themselves in the postseason. Nobody's beating them in the American League. And in the National League, yeah, the Braves stink. I wasn't even that impressed with the Dodgers. Oh, yeah, you think the Yankees are scared of the Phillies? The Yankees are back. And Met fans not only have to endure the greatness of the Yankees, and it's not even comparing the two. It's just seeing how one operates, and that's what the Mets should be. If you're a Met fan, why are you settling for less than? I'm not. I'm not lowering my expectations for anybody. The Mets should be held to the highest of standards. That's what the owners said they were going to be. The highest of standards. They have high expectations. He went out there and tried. He failed. Now they're trying a different way, but I'm not going to accept it. Or at least I'm not getting behind it this year and buying in to, Kodai Senga throwing a bullpen. Well, where is he? Where is he? All of them, top to bottom, with that Mets lineup. Nimmo, Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, Marte, trade him while you can. I mean, the Mets better make major changes at the trade deadline. That's what their season's about. And it is very frustrating to sit here and watch these two teams that could not be any more different. I want what the Yankees have. Shouldn't everybody? Shouldn't all sport fans want that? Think about this year that the Yankees are excited or enjoying here. You sit back every night, you put your feet up, you're watching bombs left and right. Judge and Stan hitting them to the fountains in Kansas City against a good ball club. Every pitcher that goes out there does his job. Cody Petit, who the hell is this guy? I don't know, but he'd be an ace on the Mets. Forget about Stroman or Rodon or Luis Gil or Clark Schmidt before he gets hurt or Clay Holmes who can't be touched. It's unbelievable. Everything for the Yankees has gone right. And everything for the Mets, as usual, is going wrong. BT and Sal on the Fan. BT is out today. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. I just can't take that we are supposed to accept less than with the New York Mets. They should be held to they're in the same league, aren't they? I mean, I know it's American League and National League, but they all play Major League Baseball. They're supposed to be playing Major League Baseball. And I'm supposed to get excited about the Mets because they're playing them all. Schedule softens up. Oh, look, they scored 10 runs against the Marlins. They aren't anywhere near good enough to be taken seriously. And pretty soon, outside of the deadline, the attention is going to turn fully toward the real team in this town. The New York Yankees. Once again, stop me if you've heard this before. Not to mention yesterday, the 15-year anniversary of the Luis Castillo drop pop-up. Maybe that's what got the juices flowing for me. But I mean, it's never ending. It's never ending. The hope was that they would change ownership. Then you got that. And now where's the hope? Be patient about the minor leaguers? Some things never change. And unfortunately for Met fans, the dominance that the Yankees have in this town over the Mets. And by the way, Subway Series coming up in a couple of weeks. The first installment of it. Wonder what's in store for that one. The Yankees' dominance in this town and doing things the right way, that's what the Mets should be learning from. And actually apply it I just if you're a Met fan and you're not watching the Yankees, good for you. But if you're watching both these teams, one is actually playing Major League Baseball at the highest of levels, and the other, I don't know what they're doing. Linda's calling from Long Beach. What's up, Linda?
Yeah, I am thoroughly disgusted like you are. If I have a choice between the Mets and the Masked Singer, the Masked Singer wins. I will not be bothered watching this crapola anymore. The same thing with the Jets. They do things wrong.
It's not about not watching it, Linda. It's not about not watching it. It's about
I know, but I'm so mad.
It's about but it's about not accepting it. I feel like there's this. Go ahead.
That's it. It's not accepting it. It's the same crap for the last 15 years. Now, the 2015 was a good game and a good team, but outside of that, collapsing, no heart, nothing.
Forget even about you, but you don't even, and thank you for the call, you don't even have to reference the past. We all know, right, and in 2015, yeah, okay, good year. We all know the dominance historically of these two teams. What I'm talking about is why in the world should Met fans be expected to accept the product that they're putting out there, especially when you compare it to what the Yankees are doing? It's the same sport. It's the same sport. And look at the two teams. Yankee fans every single night get to enjoy the best of the best. A dominant baseball team. The aberration for them was last year, one down year that they don't make the playoffs. And everybody went nuts about it. Fire this guy, fire that guy. Get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy. And to Cashman's credit, he believed in this team. Obviously, he made some key acquisitions. The Yankees went out there and got Juan Soto. I mean, the Mets needed a move like that. The Mets don't have a superstar. The Yankees have multiple superstars, and yet the Yankees are the team that goes out there and trades for Juan Soto. Why? And then you do the math, and then you see the results, and in what? You're thinking it's going to be different? What'd you expect? But the idea that we're supposed to accept what the Mets are giving us, to me, just doesn't make any sense. I'm not doing it. Oh, be patient with us. Met fans have seen a lot worse. Oh, yeah, we still 3 games back or whatever it is, or the wild card. I don't even look at the standings. I don't have to for a team that's 8 games under 500. And yet we accept it year after year after year. I'm not doing it anymore. Even I said, you know what? I believe in Steve. I'll be patient this year. I understand why they're going to go into, not a rebuild year, but, take a step back. The bad spending didn't work. Figure out a different way. But then they start talking playoffs, and not only that, they can't even field a team that's competent. I wasn't expecting 100 wins. I wasn't expecting the Mets to play the way the Yankees do, but I was expecting them to play a decent caliber of Major League Baseball. They don't even do that. They lower the expectations, and they go even under those lowered expectations. It never ends with this team. Tony is in the Bronx. What's up, Tony?
Sal, how's it going, brother?
Good. What's up, Tony?
Good. Long time I talked to you, bro, man. It's good to hear your voice. You've been keeping me entertained the whole time here, so thanks a lot for everything you do. Love your show.
Thank you.
Listen, Sal, I got to tell you, man, I love you. Bro, but every time you've been saying from the beginning that Soto is right thing in the Bronx and he's going to own in Queens, after you're saying all of that, do you really honestly deep down in your heart think that he's going to chase the money and he's not going to want championship because he won one already with the Nationals?
I don't know.
And he didn't. It's a family with the Yankees.
But Tony,
he's going to love it.
Right. But Tony, based on what we know, I understand what you're saying. I don't know. Based on what we do know about Juan Soto and his agent, that leads me to believe he's going to want the most money. If he were just about winning, why wouldn't he sign right now then?
Bro, I gotta tell you right now because it's Boris. You know that. I mean, we all going through this.
But that's the point, right, Tony? It's Boris, so he's going to go to free agency. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. All right. First of all, and not just touching on that. What I want to also drop on you is something. I mean, for you and BT to bounce around. This team can't beat the Dodgers without Soto. I mean, why don't you toss that at BT? I'm a diehard Yankees fan. BT's been my boy. You've been my boy forever. Yeah. But I'm telling you, why don't you bounce that around? We can't beat the Dodgers. I mean, we got out of here that
Soto's
Sunday
here.
night. I mean,
No, the Yankees.
we can't beat them without Soto.
No,
It's the same
yes,
thing.
yes, you can. And by the way, you don't have to worry about that, Tony. And thank you for the call, and we do appreciate your support. You don't have to worry about without Soto because Soto's here. He's here. And the Yankees will beat the Dodgers if they're there in the World Series. I have no doubt the New York Yankees are going to be in the World Series. Now, look, it's a long way away from October, but there's no doubt, to me, the Yankees are the clear best team in Major League Baseball, assuming health. And even if some performances fall off, some are going to pick back up. They're going to get more guys in here, whether it's Dominguez coming back healthy. Obviously, Garrett Cole has yet to pitch for the Yankees yet this year. So they're going to get better. At the very least, you would expect them to stay the same. And I don't think anybody in the American League is going to beat them, even in the postseason where the Yankees still need to prove themselves. I just don't believe that that's going to happen this year. I don't think the Dodgers are getting there. And even if they are, I think the Yankees are better. How can you argue that at this particular point? I mean, you really want to nitpick? Sure, you could poke holes because the Yankees haven't proven themselves in the postseason, but they're a machine. You know what's going to happen. They don't have to worry about without Soto. Soto's here. Karen is in Garden City. Karen?
Hi. I just wanted to say, like, I'm a big fan of the show. I listen to all the shows. Yours actually the least because I'm a teacher. I happen to be home sick today. But I'm a really long-time Met fan, and you just got me so aggravated because the thing is, I don't understand what you don't understand. As a fan, you have to believe, and I would prefer to watch the Met game and watch them win than watch them lose. Why can't I be excited if they won one game in London, if they won a game last night against the Marlins, if they go on and if Diaz comes back and he starts saving games again? Mm-hmm. Why can't I be excited? The summer, you want my summer to be over now? I mean, what else do I have to watch on TV? The Knicks are out.
Your summer
Islanders
is over.
Out. What am I going to do?
If you're a Met fan, your summer is over. And look, Karen, you can be excited about it, but think about what you're getting excited about. Me, I don't know about you, I have higher standards and higher expectations. I'm not lowering them. I can't get excited about a team that is 8 games under 500.
It's not about lowering your standards. It's about believing in your team and enjoying seeing your team win.
You believe in this crappy team?
I don't.
You don't. You're a teacher, Karen.
Suppose they win I guarantee if for some miracle that they do eventually, I know there's a long way out with the wild card, a lot of teams ahead of them, but if by some miracle they get in and they start winning, tell me that you're not going to be excited again, and that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you,
all
Karen.
right.
We appreciate the call. You're a teacher. You're smarter than that. You know they're no good. I understand you could be excited as a fan. You want to be excited and you like watching wins. I get that. I totally understand that. Believe me. I can't be excited about a team that's 8 games under 500 when I see a real team doing what the Yankees are doing every night. That's what you can get excited about. A real team with real aspirations and expectations to go out there and win a World Series. What are the Mets? They're not a real team. They stink. And I've had enough of it. And it's that exact attitude, Karen, while I respect your fandom and other Met fans as well, getting excited about a win. Like, you don't really believe in this team. You can't. They don't believe in themselves. Why should we believe in them? They're 8 games under 500. Even if they were 500, that wouldn't be good enough. Why should Met fans accept less than? They shouldn't. That's the answer. End of story. You should be as irate as I am. You should not be accepting a team that is at best an 80-something win team, and they're not even going to get that. They wanted to under-promise, over-deliver. Instead, they under-promised and under-delivered. Yet again.